There was a beggar at the railway station of a city. He used to fill his stomach by begging from the passengers sitting in the trains coming and going there. One day while he was begging, he saw a tall man wearing suit and boots. He thought that this man looks very rich. If I beg from him, he will surely give me good money. He started begging from that tall man. Seeing the beggar, that tall man said, "You always keep begging. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar said, "Sir, I am a beggar. I always keep begging from people. I do not have the guts to give anything to anyone." The tall man said, "When you cannot give anything to anyone, then you have no right to ask for anything either. I am a businessman and I believe in transactions. If you have something to give me, then only I can give you something in return." After saying this, that tall man sat in the train. The beggar went away and started thinking about what the tall man had said. The words spoken by the tall man touched the heart of the beggar. He started thinking that perhaps I do not get much money in alms because I am not able to give anything to anyone in return, but I am a beggar and I am not even capable of giving anything to anyone. But for how long will I keep begging without giving anything to people? After thinking a lot, the beggar decided that whoever gives him alms, he will also give something to that person in return. But now the question running in his mind was that he himself is a beggar, so what can he give to others in return for alms? 2 days have passed thinking about this, but he did not get any answer to his question. On the third day, when he was sitting near the station, his eyes fell on some flowers which were blooming on the plants around the station. He thought, why not give some flowers to people in return of alms? Whenever someone gave him alms, he would give some flowers to the person giving alms. People would be happy and keep those flowers with themselves. Now the beggar would pluck flowers every day and distribute them among people in return of alms. In a few days, he realized that now a lot of people were giving him alms. He would pluck all the flowers near the station. Till the time he had flowers, many people would give him alms. But when the flowers were finished, while distributing, he did not even get alms. Now this continued every day. One day, when he was begging, he saw that the same tall person was sitting in the train, due to whom he got the inspiration to give flowers in return of alms. He immediately went to that person and, begging for alms, said, "Today I have some flowers to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you some flowers in return." That tall person gave him some money as alms, and the beggar gave him some flowers. That tall person liked this very much and said, "Wow, what a thing! Today you have also become a businessman like me." Saying this, the tall person took the flowers and got down at his station. But the words spoken by that tall person once again touched the heart of that beggar. He started thinking about the words spoken by that tall person again and again and started feeling very happy. His eyes started shining now. He started feeling that now he has got the key to success in his hands by which he can change his life. He immediately got down from the train and excitedly said in a very loud voice, looking up towards the sky, "I am the best. I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can also become rich." When people saw him, they thought that perhaps this beggar has gone mad, and from the next day onwards, he was never seen again at that station. But 6 months later, 2 persons wearing suits and boots were traveling at the same station. When both of them saw each other, "Do you recognize me?" The second person said, "No, because according to me, we are meeting for the first time." The first person said, "No, you remember, we are not meeting for the first time, but for the third time." The second person said, I don't remember, by the way, when we met twice before. Now the first person smiled and said, we met twice before, also in this same train. I am the same beggar whom you told in the first meeting what I should do in life. And in the second meeting, you told me who I really am. The second person smiled and said in surprise, oh, I remember, you are the same beggar whom I had once refused to give alms to, and another time I had bought some flowers from you. In our first meeting, you had told me about the rule of nature, according to which we get something only when we give something. This rule of transaction actually works. I have felt this very well. But I always considered myself a beggar. I never thought of rising above this. And when I met you for the second time, you told me that I have become a businessman. Now I understood that I am not a beggar, but a businessman. I understood. I was thinking, why are people giving me so much alms? Because he was not giving me alms. Rather, they were paying the price of those flowers. Everyone was buying my flowers because they could not get flowers cheaper than this. I was a small businessman in the eyes of people, but I was a beggar in my own eyes. After you told me, I understood that I am a small businessman. I bought many flowers with the money I had collected by distributing flowers in the train and became a flower businessman. People here like flowers very much, and this liking of theirs has made me a big flower businessman today. Both the businessmen were happy now and got down together at the station and moved forward talking about their respective businesses. Friends, we get to learn a lot from this story. In the story, the tall businessman knew the rule of give and take very well. All the big businessmen of the world have become successful by using this rule of life. He also told this formula to the beggar. The beggar adopted this natural rule, and its effect started becoming clearly visible in his life. He changed his thinking, and his life changed. The story tells us that if we change our thinking, then anything can be achieved. If we keep thinking of ourselves as reach the peak of success,